Hello everyone, it's Brenda from Creative Treats Club back with another Boxes with Brenda episode. This is the finale one of a whole series of videos that I have been doing because I have been doing workshops, truffles and treat boxes workshops where we have been making truffles as well as different sizes and shapes of treat boxes to put them in. I actually have 2 weeks running of these, and today I am finalizing or giving you the final video of the treat boxes that are within kit 9. I also recently finished up all of the ones that are in kit 18. So these are sized in different sizes, either for small, medium, and large. The boxes for small are 1 1/8 deep. The boxes for medium are 1 1/4 deep, and the boxes for large are 1 3/8 of an inch deep. And then they are all sized width-wise accordingly, whether they're small, medium, or large. The one we are working on today, as I said, is the last one right here. It is called 395 C and F, and they are of type 2 and 2B. And I'm going to show you now how to put this one together. These ones are actually sized perfectly to hold 6 truffles. I'm just going to fold all of the score lines here before I put it together. As I say, they're sized to hold 6 truffles, and it turns out that this is perfect to hold also a little gift card. And I have here the components. We'll put this together at the end, a little card that you can either make like this or this, and it is perfectly sized to hold a gift card. So for those of you who like to give a restaurant or a store gift card as a gift, this kind of box, along with some handmade truffles or any other kind of rolled sweet treat, or even a savory type of ball, would be a really great addition, or a great way, instead of just giving a gift card, you could have a nice little handmade package to go along with it. All right, the way we are putting this together is you want to orient the little tabs up here, and then you're going to take these 2 side pieces, peel off the protective tape, and fold over the box. One thing I wanted to point out is I actually sized this box at 1 1/4 deep instead of 1 1/8 because I want to put small truffles in it, but I wanted a little bit of extra height in order to fit the gift card inside. All right, so I will have a option in this PDF. So you can download the PDF with all of the instructions, and there is a variant of this size of treat box, which is, let me just look it up. The bottom is sized at 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. So there's another one like that, that instead of it being 1 1/4 inch deep is only 1 1/8 of an inch deep. Okay, so you'll see what we've done here is after we got those 2 sides together, we are peeling up the protective paper, and there's 2 strips of paper here because, or of a tape, because we want to use this one here as we are squaring up the sides of the box. These tabs are going right there, and you can see how there's a little bit of tape there. Those are holding them in place before we fold that over like that. That forms the bottom of our box. It's a jewelry style box, double walled, nice and sturdy with a nice clean finish on the inside. Now we are going to work on the bottom, on the top of the box, folding all of the score lines. And what we are going to do, this one is a very similar design, except for when I use the patterned paper here, it's not as sturdy as cardstock. Don't know if you noticed, but in the pictures there that you can see, I've cut out the corner tabs here. Not sure if you can see my mouse, but I've cut out those corner tabs, whereas, that's because it's very bulky with cardstock. But in the patterned paper, what we do is we leave the tabs there all the way. We do taper it so they fit in a little bit better. I run the double-sided tape all the way along, and then I fold that there, and then I'm going to fold up along the score lines, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And what that is allowing is there to be a little bit of an extra strength in the sides or in the corners of the boxes. I used to find that when I was not doubling it up like this, the corners of the boxes tended to rip a little bit. So this gives a double thickness of the paper, as well as when you run the two-sided tape, it also has a little bit of extra strength that it gives to the corners. So we're doing that same thing on these sides here. After we've put those side tabs together, the front and the back have the double strips of adhesive, and we take these tabs, square up the corners of the boxes like that, right there, and then we can fold it over. And that is giving us our perfectly sized box to hold 8 small truffles with a little bit of extra depth in order to put this card in. And the way I make my cards, somewhere around here, yes, I usually try to, on the back, I like to stamp a little image, and then I usually do an insert piece. And I started doing that because often I will make card bases in a darker color, so you won't have necessarily an easy time writing in ink on it. So I would create a insert piece of white that you can always write on, and then I'm going to glue on top the paper that is sized. This is sized at 2 1/8 by 3 3/8 because this card is sized at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. As I say, it's sized perfectly to hold a gift card. In these instructions, which I am going to have available on the Creative Treats Community Facebook group that you can download, there is, let me just scroll through them right here to sort of show you all the different variations here. This is paper cutting instructions to make 3 box tops and some box bottoms, and then this is the envelope scoring instructions. So you can download all of these instructions at the Creative Treats Community Facebook group, and you can make some of these yourself. I'm going to put this sentiment here. Oops, there's some extra glue. Why don't we pick that up here like this and put it on here. I'm going to make this card go like this, and then on the, put the lid on that, get it out of the way. I am going to put some little pop dots, foam adhesive squares on the back of, oops, which one is better? I guess this one isn't as good. On the back of this to pop it up a little bit, put it on the top of the box. There we go. And then we have the card that would sit on the inside with either just a nice little message and possibly a gift card to a restaurant or a store to round out this nice little gift that you could give to someone in your family, to friends, teachers, whatever. Yes, that is rounding out our series of videos for showing how to put together all of the treat boxes that we have to hold truffles. And there's lots of recipes over at the Creative Treats Community Facebook group, and I will have them on my website as well, because some of the people in my workshops do not necessarily have Facebook accounts. So I'm trying to record all of the videos that show you how to put things together here on YouTube, and then what I do is I am going to be having Facebook Lives where I'm going to be showing how to make these from scratch. So these videos here are showing how to assemble everything, but the videos that I'm going to do as Facebook Lives are going to be how to start from the plain pieces of paper and cardstock, how to do all of the cutting, all of the scoring, and all of the taping if you want to make these totally from scratch rather than from a kit. The other thing that I wanted to mention is with these Christmas ones done, what I am doing is I am now putting together the designs that I'm going to be incorporating into the Valentine's Day kits. And we're going to be developing some new recipes for truffles to go along with it. And we will be having in the kits a whole bunch of different sizes again. I think we're going to orient them mostly to the small truffles, but we'll have boxes that will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. So 7 different boxes using all kinds of different types of boxes like this with the different designs. And I hope that you will join us to either make some of those individually using the PDF instructions that will be over in our Facebook group, or if you want to take part in one of the workshops and order a kit, that would be amazing. Or if you are in my Creative Cards and Crafts class for the Dementia Society. Those are offered free to people living with dementia and their caregivers. So that's another way to take part in the truffles and treat boxes things that we have coming up. Thanks ever so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.